Welcome to TopSolid 7. In this video, I'm going to introduce you to creating an intelligent model very easily and quickly. And we're just going to use a very simple sample. Let's start by creating a new part. What I'm going to do is create a quick sketch here. And I want to take this sketch and go ahead and just make a little arc there. Why not to there? Make another arc. Perfect. Now, first thing I want to do is I want to locate the center of this arc right on that axis. And just like that, by dragging it, the software automatically applied a coincident relationship there. Next, I would like to add a constraint, and I can do that by going to my right mouse button click menu, or by selecting the icon up here. I'm going to add a dimension from that point there to that point there, but before I locate it, or after, it doesn't really matter, I'm going to right click and choose centered dimension off that axis. And then I'll locate this. Now, you can see that TopSolid 7 is asking me to define the dimension, and actually I'm going to give it a name on the fly too. I'm going to call it d for distance, why not, equals 5. Perfect. And that double equal sign means that it's centered. D is just the name of that driving dimension. From there, I'm going to go ahead and set that to 3/4 of an inch. Beautiful. And we'll go ahead and extrude this. So we have our fully defined sketch quickly and easily. And 3/4 of an inch up, just fine. Let's go ahead and maybe add a little chamfer up there just to give it a little more detail. Lovely. Next, I'm going to add a drilling. And this drilling is going to be a counterbore hole. And I want to locate this right on the center of that feature. And you notice that it's automatically jumping to it, which is cool. Anytime TopSolid 7 sees a circular edge, it automatically assumes you want to put that drilling right at the center line of that, which is exactly what I want. Now in this example, the type of drilling is unimportant to me. I want to create a very intelligent pattern, okay? So I'll validate that. We'll close out of drilling. Next, I would like to go ahead and create the pattern. And here's where it gets to be interesting, okay? First, how to create a pattern in TopSolid 7. Well, a couple ways. I can go up here to repetition, or I can just right click on the feature that I want to create a pattern of, go to others, and choose repetition there. Now, let's say that your first goal here was to create a pattern of this where there's a drilling on this side and a drilling on that side. But that's all you actually want. Well, you don't actually have to create a pattern there. Instead, you can hold Control, grab the feature, and just drag and drop it to the center line there. And just to show you, if I go and double click to show the driving elements and I change that to 6, of course that's going to be maintained. But that's a bit too simple, so I'm going to just hit undo to get rid of all that, and I'm going to create a pattern with multiple instances. Okay? So here we go. Right click on the feature, others, repetition. What type of pattern do I want to create? Well, I'd like to create a linear pattern. How? Via a line, a starting point, a length, and a distance, or how about between 2 points? My start point is going to be right there. My end point is going to be there. Perfect. And now for my total count, I want the total count to always be 1 less than my distance. Okay? But my d value, my name parameter d, it has a unit associated to it. So how do I use the unit d to represent a quantity when quantities are unitless? Well, here we're going to use a little math magic. Okay? So I'm going to do this. I'm going to say d divided by 1, and I'm going to put the unit of inch there, and then I'm going to say minus 1. By dividing by 1 inch, that crosses out the unit, and then I can subtract the unitless value by this value. Perfect. We'll say OK, and we'll validate. So now we have 4 instances. If I double click to show the driving elements, and here is my d value, I can modify this to be 10, and if you count, we'll now have 9 instances. So really quick, really efficient, and more importantly, on the fly, I've created and captured my design intent flawlessly.